Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're all doing very, very well in whatever part of the world you're in and whatever time of day it is. I hope you're doing very well. Hope you're doing better than me. I've been away for a few days. I've been doing videos because I am quite ill. I've got a very swollen throat, and yeah, that explains why I haven't been around since last week. So tonight I'm not going to do a review. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to talk about. I'm sorry if I pause every now and then because the throat is quite swollen, but I'm going to talk about some comic books that a friend here on YouTube made, and he was kind enough to send to me. So I'm not going to really do a review because it's not exactly finished. The story is continuing. It's in a few issues, so I'm not really going to give a review, but I'm going to give my first thoughts of this comic book. So all you comic book lovers out there, hopefully this one will be interesting to you. Then afterwards, I'm going to pitch an idea to you all. Now, this idea I've been thinking of doing for a while. I'll do it in episodes, and how many episodes will depend on how popular it is. So, at the end of this, I urge you to stay around because as I said, I'll pitch you this new idea. So, for those of you who are aware of Fwahstorm, now, I know Americans out there call it Fwahstorm. I don't know the exact correct pronunciation, but I'm going to say Fwahstorm because I like being different. So Fwahstorm, a very good friend of mine here on YouTube. Unfortunately, he isn't making videos, but hopefully he reconsiders that sometime in the future and he decides to make them again. So yeah, he was kind enough. He's actually a very, very talented young man, and he's made a comic book. So I'm not really big on comics, I'm not going to lie. But when I saw that it was his work, I just thought I had to get it because I really want to support the bloke because he's just an absolutely fantastic guy, and someone of this talent really deserves to be encouraged. So he was kind enough to send me some limited edition releases of his fantastic comic book, and this is Jericho, issue 1, and Jericho issue 2. Now, not being a huge comic book fan, I really didn't know what to expect. I'm not used to reading that kind of thing. I'm more into novels. But I have to say, I got into this really easy. It's very accessible, and the story is very, very interesting. It's very dark. And I have to stress that this is not for children because the language is quite extreme, and the overall theme to the story is quite extreme as well. I actually was surprised in the first 2 or 3 pages at what happened to this main character. So for all of you guys into the slightly more extreme sort of storylines, this will be a comic book for you. But I have to stress that it's not for kids. So it even says it on the front, suggested for mature readers. And that's a really responsible sort of warning because, as I said, the language is quite hardcore. There's C words, F words. So unless you want your children picking up on that, I would certainly not recommend that they have a look at this one. I'm not sure. I got these for free. Fwa was kind enough to send them to me. But I can safely say that issue 3, if it's for sale, I would happily buy it, whatever price, because it is really well done. Just have a look at the illustrations in this. It is just absolutely superbly done. And it's not an overly long comic, so it's over before you know it, and you fly through it. It's not a short comic, but you just go through it so easily because it's so well written and it's got really good pacing. So if you're a comic book fan, this one is an absolute must. As I said, the storyline's really disturbing, and it just leaves you wanting more at the end of each issue, which is exactly what a successful comic book writer does, and that's exactly what Fly is doing right now. He's keeping you on the edge of your seat, and for whatever price you see this, it is definitely worth buying. You won't feel that your money's been badly spent. Fly respects the reader. He's put a lot of time and effort in this, and I'm not just saying this because he's a friend of mine, but I am saying it because it is very well done. And as I said, I'm not a comic book fan, but I really like this one. And I know you guys might be thinking, yeah, yeah, well, you're a friend. I can't help that if you think that, but all I can say is that just have a look at it. It's fantastic. It's just really, really good, and I was surprised. I wasn't expecting something of this nature, and yeah, all I can say is highly recommended. You won't be disappointed if you go out there and purchase a copy. Please support him. He needs all the support he can get. He's very, very talented, and he's just as good a bloke as he is at comics and other stuff that he does. Unfortunately, he's not on YouTube. He's not doing videos anymore. Hopefully, he reconsiders that in the near future, and he comes back. But yeah, I mean, please support Jericho. Fantastic comic book, and I can't wait for issue 3 because the story's just getting starting to cook up, and yeah, I mean it's really really well done. Everybody else who's got the who's been helping make it, I'm assuming that it's the people on the front here: Fwahstorm, Dina Darling, Callum Bowler. I'm assuming that they're the 3 big guns of this. So they should be congratulated because this, yeah, it's very, very good, and I'd highly recommend it. And this is coming from a non-comic book person, so yeah, for you comic fans out there, you probably appreciate it even more than I did. So yeah, definitely recommended. That's Jericho. And if you want to know how to get copies, well, I'll see what I can do about the website or however you can get through to it. So yeah, please support this guy. You'll be doing him a favour and you'll be doing yourself a favour. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Jericho. Now, before I go, I want to pitch an idea to you guys. I'm thinking of doing a French horror corner episode, or a French horror corner series. Now, you all know I'm obsessed with French horror. I love it. I've got every new wave French horror film that's out, and I'm just getting into the French older stuff. Now, anything that's French, whether it's good or bad, I have to have it. So you all know I'm reminding you every second video that I'm a French horror fan. So I thought, what better way to respect my beloved nationality in horror than dedicate some videos entirely on this. Now, this could mean reviews, top 5s, top 10s, shout outs to people who also like French horror, upcoming trailers for upcoming films, and just all other kinds of stuff that are just French horror related. So I'm just going to go do this on a trial period. I might put up a trailer for an upcoming French horror film just to see how it goes. So if you guys would like that, then let me know and I will do it. So yeah, just have something to shake things up a little bit, give it a bit of variation, and not just reviews all the time. So yeah, that's it, guys. Sorry about my voice. As I said, quite hard to talk, but hopefully it gets better soon. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Have a ripper day, and I'll see you later.